Okay, so in this video I'll show you how to find the volume of cosine x, the area under cosine x, rotated around the x-axis from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to pi over 2. So to do this, first this kind of illustrates where we'll be evaluating it. We're evaluating it from 0 to pi over 2. So here, rotated around the x-axis, that should give us something like this. Please excuse my terrible drawing. And then that being the y-axis, this being the x-axis, we're rotating it around here. Makes a nice kind of bullet-shaped thing, or not really a bullet, something like that, a squished bullet. And how we're going to do this is by slicing horizontally, with vertical slices done across the x-axis. So we're going to do that is we're going to take our slice here. This is going to be equal to delta x, and the radius at each point just be equal to y. So since we're evaluating this by taking little discs, we're just going to each little slice should look like this, with the radius here and the width being delta x. And so the formula for this is actually pretty simple. I'm just going to close this off so we can do our integration. So the formula for getting in this little slice, delta V, the volume of that slice, is equal to pi r squared delta x. That's just the formula for a cylinder, but with delta x put in for the height. So we know r is just equal to cosine x, right? Because as x goes down, the radius changes in relation to x by cosine x, because that's the line, right? So we can just simplify that, or rather put it in terms that we can calculate. V is equal to pi cosine x squared delta x. Then we want to take the integral, so the volume of the entire thing is equal to the integral from 0, right, to pi over 2 of pi cosine squared x dx. Well, since we want to simplify what's inside the integral as much as we can before taking the integral of it, let's just pull the pi out. It's just going to get in the way. V is equal to pi, then the integral of pi over 2 cosine squared x dx. Now, to get cosine squared out of this, we could just do a long U substitution problem or something, but that would just get really painful. So what we can do with this is just use our half angle identities. Yeah. So we can just cosine squared x is equal to cosine of 2x plus 1 all over 2, which will make our life much easier in driving this. So if we just plug that in, pi over 2, we get cosine 2x plus 1, all of that over 2 dx. Then pull the 2 out, make life much easier. So we get volume is equal to pi over 2, the integral of 0 to pi of cosine 2x plus 1 dx. So then here I'm just going to draw a line down here and continue this integration all the way, draw a line here to kind of cordon this off, all the way up here. So we can use U substitution for this, because we have cosine that V is equal to pi squared, pi over 2, multiply the the integral of 0 pi over 2 cosine of 2x plus 1, we can just use u substitution to make that. Let u equal 2x. We can then, du obviously is equal to just 2 dx. So that just becomes 1/2 cosine u plus 1 du. Here, I'm going to cordon this off. Just get it out of the way. So then, just do v is equal to pi over 4. Just pull the 1/2 out of there. 0 pi divided by 2. Then we just cosine of u plus 1 du. Well, that's easy. That's just pi. And for the integral of this, all that is just sine u plus u. So all that multiplied by sine u plus u, evaluated from 0 to pi over 2. Plug in for the u again. So that just becomes sine 2x plus 2x, evaluated from 0 to pi over 2. So then again, it's pi over 4 multiplied by sine 2 multiplied by pi over 2. 2's cancel, that just becomes pi, plus 2 pi over 2. 2 just cancel, that just becomes pi, minus sine 2 times 0, that just becomes 0, because anything multiplied by 0 becomes 0, plus 2 multiplied by 0, again that just becomes 0, because anything multiplied by 0 is 0 again. So then, again, that v is equal to pi over 4, multiplied by sine pi plus pi minus 0. And then, well, sine pi is just 0 plus pi, so we just end up getting, that's 0 plus pi minus 0. So just get pi over 4 multiplied by pi, which then leads us to the answer, pi squared over 4. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it cleared some stuff up. Just leave comments in the comments section. Thanks.